Shooting in the gym.
Real friends, having real friends and not cheerleaders.
I don't want nobody. I don't want absolutely nobody around me ever.
I feel like your friends should be cheerleaders on some level.
No.
Real friends, not just
Listen,
cheerleaders.
listen.
Not just cheerleaders.
Listen, it's okay to say, congratulations on the podcast.
Right.
Congratulations on the show. Right. Oh, I see you got a new car. That's what's up. But if you know I did something wrong, I just robbed the bank. Oh, that's what's up, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, that's not cool. Like, you need to check me. Like, I don't want to be around nobody that's not going to say that I everything that I did was right. What's the point of me being around you? Mm-hmm. I don't need no damn cheerleader. That goes for anybody. I mean, anybody. Family, too. I don't want to get big ups all the time.
Big ups.
Yeah, so there's got to be some type of, let me pull to your side, and we got to talk about where you went wrong.
Right.
It's got to be some of that, because if not, you're going to continue being a bad person. Continue doing the same thing you've been doing.
Let me ask you this.
I got about 2 friends anyway, and me and them 2 friends, when I tell you we fight like sisters,
that's
we
how it should be.
And fight like sisters.
That's how it should be. That's how you know they're real friends.
And I'm going to shout her out because she going to be Eric, and shout out to Bree because that's my dad.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bree.
Yeah,
shout out to Bree.
For being a real friend.
Being a real friend.
And not just listening to you cry and blame your man, knowing damn well you did some things wrong.
First of all, it don't even be about no dad.
I'm just saying.
Hold on. Let me ask you this.
Wait a minute.
Is it because the argument, not an argument, the conversation that me and Ra had was,
go ahead.
Women
Go ahead.
don't give their friends, as you know, just women. The women group don't criticize each other.
Shoot,
as much as men do.
I wish I could call her right now. I mean, it's
rare.
It's not a criticism. The thing is like we keep it all the way 100 with each other, and that's just how it is. And she'd be like, you know what? Let me call her and ask her if I was wrong in this situation, or see her advice. And I do the same thing because I know she's gonna be like, first of all, you was out of pocket. Then I'm gonna be like, dang. Now I'm mad because maybe I don't want to apologize about something.
Take you and her out the equation.
Right.
Do you still feel the same way about women? Do you think a lot of women are telling their female friends,
I thought you meant, okay.
Girl, you were wrong in this situation.
Oh no, most definitely not. No, most definitely not. I've had a lot of friendships end because me thinking, you know what, that this person, that we're friends, and especially if we've been friends for a certain amount of time, that I can keep it 100 with her and let her know, or let that person know, honestly, especially if it's just me and you, I'm gonna pull you to the side and let you know you was wrong. Now if we're in public, I got your back. The second we get in private, first of all, you put me in a messed up situation because you knew you was wrong. You out of pocket because XYZ, and they don't speak to me no more. Like that's just what it is. Like they don't.
I'm cool with that. Don't get away from me. I don't want to be around you.
I'm cool with that. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm cool with it, but in the end, they really just be wanting cheerleaders. Like people, a lot of people, their self-esteem can't handle real friends because I feel like a lot of times people so busy living these lives of who they think they are instead of living and being who they are. At times, it messes up their movie. Like in their mind, they're living a movie. Mm-hmm. And if you gonna tell me, first of all, since this not a movie and he got an iPhone and he not even recording you, like this ain't no movie. They don't want to hear that. Right. Like they don't want to hear that we not living no movie. They need that. They gotta put on the show.
Yeah, that's why I don't have a lot of friends, because a lot of people don't like. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Right.
You know what I mean? A lot of people don't like that. You know what I mean? It's not that I'm being mean or anything. Like even with my man that got the sneakers or whatever. When I went to the first, I don't even know him like that. It wasn't like I just met him, and he showed me. I was like, no, them ain't it. You know what I mean? I straight told him. He's like, no, you don't like him. I was like, no. You know what I mean? He was like, that's cool. Other people like him, and I respect that.
Right.
He didn't look at me no different.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about. Right. I don't have to like what you like.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I said, me and Rod sit here, we talk about things. We done had different. I ain't gonna talk about the Seinfeld and Martin, but you know what I mean? We have differences as far as everything we do.
Shout out to Seinfeld and Martin, because both those shows was all that.
Yeah, no, we ain't gonna get into that. Yeah, we ain't gonna get into that. Those shows all that. Oh. But we have differences. Right. Like our differences, who he like is who he like. But that don't change.
But let me just answer a quick question. You was the Seinfeld fan, wasn't you?
You already know.
You was the Martin fan.
You already know.
I already knew. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I was definitely the Seinfeld fan.
I like both of them. Yes. Especially Curb Your Enthusiasm, all of them. But
let me ask you a question. How did you come to that conclusion?
What, that you was the Seinfeld
yes.
person? Because as funny as Martin was funny, but it was like a lot of stupid, like hood, like it was a lot of stuff that just happened.
So what you saying?
First of all,
hood?
Yeah.
I'm hood?
Yes, exactly what I'm saying. But that's not the point I was trying to say. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is like Martin was, for black people, Martin was like the stuff that we do in the crib on a daily basis that's stupid.
What I was trying to tell Rob.
That's what Martin is. Martin is like all of us in the house and somebody do something stupid and we be talking about it 5-6 years later. That's what Martin is. Whereas Seinfeld is funny, but Seinfeld also is weird because it was a show not really about anything, but you had to kind of have some sort of, I don't want to say intelligence. It made you think a little bit. Because a lot of the jokes would go over some people's heads, and that's what the lady said. They wouldn't understand
intellectual
comedy. That's what it was.
I don't want to have to think about no joke.
It's not, and that's the thing.
Like, who want to think about a joke?
But it's not thinking about the joke. If you're an intellectual person, you would just get the joke.
No. It's just got layers to it,
right?
But you can peel back the layers immediately.
Okay, prime example. If you're a person that were around different kind of cultures growing up, it was easy for you to get it. So
and I understood
me
that.
growing up. I grew up in the hood, but I was around all kinds of people growing up. I remember my grandma sent me to it was a Christian boot camp.
I went to Christian camp.
It was called Glorified God, like G5G. Like, it was like a whole stump the yard situation, but it was a Christian camp.
You ever heard of Team Haven?
First of all, shut up. But it was,
huh? You ever heard of Team Haven?
Yes, I have heard of Team Haven.
I used to go to Team Haven.
That's what I'm saying. But we would be with these people that were from like Minnesota and Nebraska. Like, we would be with kids from all over. So we were exposed early on to a little bit of everything. So it didn't fly over my head, so I got a lot of jokes. You are such a hater.
Yet again, we veered off topic.
Right. He urged me.
I said. Right, you brought it back. You brought it back, right?
No. I brought it back because I wanted to know. I wanted to guess if I knew who was the fan and what. I was right though. But go ahead. I was right. I just wanted to say that I was right, y'all. That's all.
Racist show.
As far as having real friends and not cheerleaders, there's been plenty of times I was on one. In my head, like I know I'm right, and I'm talking about going 1,000,000 miles an hour. Sometimes I made the phone call too late. Sometimes I did it in the right time, and I just called Brian, like, "Yo, let me tell you what happened." Blah 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 blah. This, that, and the third. Okay. And then once I hear that
you knew you was wrong.
Okay, Brian. Two things. First, why blah 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 blah, and then second, why X, Y, and Z. You knew whatever, and I'm like, damn. That's how it's supposed to be. It should never be.
Right.
Oh yeah. You should have threw her down the steps.
What?
Yeah. If she didn't want to get cooked down the steps.
I don't need to cook for him. Yeah. He got 2 legs.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. And this is the thing. If a woman give you, from a woman to a woman, if she give you advice to go up against your man, you should call her as a friend. If she don't give you advice to better your relationship, you should dead that relationship because she toxic. Point blank, period. Because there's no way, even if I have something negative to say, he'll tell you. I say, I ain't going to comment on that one. If it's like to that point.
Yeah.
See,
you know what I mean? If it's that point.
I would say different only if you ask for my opinion, I'm going to ask you.
No.
Do you want my opinion? No, because there's a difference between you venting and me listening to you and me having your back.
Listen, if I would have told Rod
that, y'all should talk about this. y'all should, because it's easy to say, y'all should talk about it, or what's making this happen, or like there's questions that you can ask. But if you ask me, what is your opinion? Like I really like I want your genuine opinion on this.
No.
What's your opinion? I'm going to give you my opinion, and that's just where it's at.
What I'm saying is like sometimes
I'm not going to tell you no.
Rye had friends. I'm not going to just use Rye, but it's times that you got friends that ask you questions. If I give you my answer, somebody might die. You know what I mean? Like somebody could get like.
What type of answer is you giving?
It depends on what happened. It depends on what happened.
So how does that equate to death? I'm so confused.
You gotta be a man.
Yeah.
What?
How do I explain this?
I'm confused as to death.
Things get real.
Clearly,
Things get real. That's all I can't really explain it any more than that. But you also gotta think of if that friend only comes to you with a problem, that tells you something right there as well.
Right.
Oh, I got a case scenario. When we were just in Mexico, right? Me and my homie, we was chilling, and this bull, he got out the pool, right? And my bull girl sat on the side of the pool and was like, I'm not getting in the water. I'm gonna just let my feet get wet. The dude that was in the pool was drinking. He gets out the pool. He say, watch this. And he took like a shirt that he had on while he was in the pool and wrung it out on top of her head. So
what backwater contact? Where was y'all at in Mexico? Where people do that at?
You know what I mean?
People do foolish things.
I mean, everybody was just drinking. You know what I mean? So now my bull is checking the dude, and I'm trying to calm him down. Now I knew he said, "Watch this," and did it, but I didn't tell him that.
Yeah.
I didn't tell him that because he would have mopped them up out in that junk, man. I already know that. So I saved it. I was like, come on, man. We out here in Mexico. Like you can't be like I'm trying to diffuse the situation because now if I would have told him,
why are you screaming in my ear?
Bro, if that was me, I would have like. Now he's obligated to do something.
Yeah.
But see,
he's going to do something.
But see, who says that has to be that person's opinion? Who says? Because I'm a firm believer in I'm not swinging first.
That's you.
I'm not swinging first.
That's you.
But I'm gonna finish it.
That's
but
you.
I'm not swinging
some
first.
People
but hold on, time out.
You
that's totally different than like protecting yourself. I don't get you. But I understand that.
Right. So that's what I'm saying.
But he's protecting his wife now. He have to let his wife know that if anything pop off,
no matter what the situation,
I'm going to defend you. I'm your protection. So when the dude did that, now he got love for the dude too. So now he looking like,
oh, so y'all knew dude?
Yeah, like everybody knew who he was.
See, that's what I'm saying. See, it's different. It's
no, but you do that
in a situation that's not being added in because I'm thinking
it doesn't matter. Hold on, time out. It doesn't
matter.
Even if that was my brother that did that, right? You supposed to punch him in his mouth.
What I'm saying also is if y'all knew this person, that means y'all know how this person get when this person.
I don't care.
You not even getting what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
What I'm saying is, y'all get how this person is when this person drinks, right? Because y'all know this person. Why the hell he even come on the trip?
No, well,
that's what I'm saying.
For one,
if y'all know this fool act a fool, because that's my mindset.
Hold up.
If I know somebody who acting a fool, I'm not even inviting them on a trip. I'm not even letting them know it's a trip going on.
Well, for
you can see the pictures when we come back.
For one, like nobody didn't know he would get like that. They know, like he get drunk. Like everybody say, oh yeah, that's what he do. But it's one thing of getting drunk and talk to somebody. I'll be like, oh yeah, because and it's another thing when, like, even if he pushed him, like man to man, if he drunk and he keep playing with him, But it's different now when you start talking about your woman.
Oh
you
yeah, it's very different.
You know what I mean? You can't.
It's very different.
You can't do.
But
so if I would have told him exactly what happened or how I seen it, who knows what he would have done?
It's very different. But also, what I'm saying is, when somebody shows you who they are the first time, believe them, because that one instance was not the first time that person acted a fool, is what I'm saying.
And keep in mind,
there had to be a time before that person acted a fool. So if you was like, you know what, he is cool people, but he be drunk, you know what, I'm not even gonna go there. So that's my mindset.
Hold on, and sometimes it's not like you can control on who's being invited. We was invited that somebody invited him.
Oh, see, I'd have been like, yeah,
so you know what I mean? Like you can't. I mean, that goes for anything.
Right.
You know I'd have been like,
I know me. I'd have been like, I'm just going to have to sit this one out, because one thing I'm not into, I'm not for going somewhere to enjoy myself. To go somewhere and somebody act a damn fool. Yeah. One, you're not about to embarrass me out here. We're not about to be them black people. Right. Like I'm just not for it. So that's why I'm like, when I would have found out, I'd have just been like, you know what, we're gonna have to take another trip.
But that's the situation I'm talking about. Like sometimes you can't say it.
That was
you know what I mean?
Example he was
I get
giving.
what y'all saying.
You can't like everything you can't say.
Did he
like
come up to you and say, did you hear every single thing that he said?
No, because even when because his girl told him, like, cause she heard it,
right?
But she didn't even want to say it, and I damn sure wasn't gonna say it,
right?
Because it's different. Like it changes, and being in front of the person that did it, like, and I was like, and even when his girl said it, I was just like, I waited, like I was like, I ain't saying nothing. Yeah. I'm gonna wait, because it's one thing, you know. Now he's saying it, but now I tell him, I'm like, yo, bro, like you. Like now he's like, he really felt like he couldn't even settle down because he wanted to do something so bad. And even times that I talk to other guys, like my homies, like when I hear certain things based off of how I will respond, I'm not going to tell you. I would not say anything. If Rod was to tell me something, and I just be like it depends on the situation, because sometimes it might mean nothing. It might mean nothing. It might not mean nothing to Rod. Like, let's just say, for instance, Rod called me and say, yeah, so I come home and the delivery dude foot was on the table chilling, waiting for me. Like, I wouldn't tell Rod that I would have spun his leg around and cleaned him up in there.
Okay, but did Rod say, what would you have did in that situation? That's what I'm saying. Different situations.
No. But if he tell me,
it depends on the situation.
No,
because you can't apply I just wouldn't say nothing to every aspect, because what that's gonna tell me is that you're not dependable and you're not reliable. I can't depend on you relying.
No, anytime that somebody can really get, anytime somebody that can really get hurt, that's when you just need to be careful.
That's what I'm saying. It depends on the situation.
Now, just think about this. Now, I said that I was going to mop him up. Now, what if Rod said he would have blew his head off?
Then I'd have been like...
Based off of what I said to him.
Right.
Rod tell you all the time. I'd be like, man, listen.
Right.
I said, no, Rod, no comment.
And like I said...
I tell him,
But you know your friend, and it depends on the situation. If you know your friend is about that, of course you're not gonna tell. Like, if I know my girlfriend gonna set it off, and she called me and she asked me, like,
you never know somebody's breaking point.
Nah, you
don't know somebody's breaking point.
And she be like, what's your opinion? What should I do now? If I know she into something might go kaboom,
you could be drunk off emotions.
I'm most definitely not telling her. I'm just saying, from my point of view, when you know your friends, I'm most definitely not telling her, like, you know what, let's go do it, because I know she bought it, so I'm not gonna tell her let's go do that.
Yeah, I'm
not gonna do that.
You got to do that for a lot of people.
That's what I'm saying.
You never know what they're gonna do.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying, and that's when it depends on that situation. It depends on the situation. You can kind of feel the energy, or that person's energy, what's coming off, or what's about to happen.
I'm not about to sit here and juggle with that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not about to sit here and juggle with all that. I'm just gonna make it simple.
Yeah.
This right here, I know me, so I'm not gonna put my energy into him. And if he was to ask me a question about certain things, I'm not gonna tell him. I'm gonna be like,
That's what I'm saying. I can't. All that tells me is that you somebody I can't talk to. Yeah. Because if it's something that I need my friend's opinion on, or I need the
we talking about violent. We
ain't
talking.
always
You
violent.
getting it
It's not
twisted.
but it's
Nah,
not always
it's not
violent.
always
That's
violent,
what I'm saying.
But that's what I'm
It's not
saying.
always violent.
I'm only talking about violence. When I feel like a situation could lead to
Earlier,
violence.
you were saying if a girl, like if that girl tells her friend to go up against her man, that's what I was like. I don't know. I mean, I guess people do that, but I wouldn't.
No, I mean you
suggest nothing like that.
listen.
But I was saying if they ask my opinion, I'm going to give my honest opinion.
Listen,
but I'm going to
anytime-
also say this is my opinion. Though.
Anytime that me and Ra had plenty of conversations, he could tell you right now, right on air, I never once told him to leave.
Right. Well,
Because that's not even an option. So if a person tell you something more negative than positive, that's not your friend. I'm telling you.
oh yeah.
Because most of the time, they look at their situation. Look where it's coming from with them. Women be getting information from women they ain't got nothing.
Married
as
women
far as
getting
relationship.
information from single women.
Yeah, how you gonna do that?
Okay,
Or they shacking. You know what I mean?
Right,
Come on,
yeah,
they don't even know nothing about marriage.
Yeah.
I'm not. For one, you're not even getting a phone call. That's on my behalf.
Shouldn't get
But
the phone
see,
call.
Only
then-
people
but
that's
see,
gonna
you
get a
can't
phone
look at
call
it
from
like
me
that.
is married
You can't
people.
look at it like that either because there's situations where all right, somebody might not be married because they just didn't want to get married.
I'm sorry. Then I don't need advice from you.
That's what I'm saying. I've been asked twice, but I knew I needed to get myself together because mentally I had issues I need to iron
Well,
out.
that lets me know I don't come to you about marital
I had
advice.
issues. I had issues.
If you gotta iron out your own issues, how you gonna help me with my
but
issues?
see, no, my issues came from childhood trauma.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. So my issues were different issues.
So how you
But
gonna answer
I can't
for
say,
me?
but you can't say I don't know what a successful relationship is when I watch my mom and my dad, and then one of my other closest friends, shout out to Drea, she's been married for I don't know how many. I know what successful relationships is, and you being on the phone crying with me.
Hold on.
every
So
time
time
I
out.
turn
So
around,
time out.
It's not
So
a
a
successful
person-
relationship.
Hold on.
Who the
So
hell?
you telling me a person that's not currently that's not producing it themselves can give advice on something that they not producing themselves?
Yes, they can.
Come
Not
on,
everybody.
that don't even make sense.
Why not?
How can a bum help a
Themselves
person be a
together.
millionaire?
Why the hell can't they? They can let them know the mistakes they made to become a bum.
That's
Can
just
they
gonna-
not?
That's gonna keep me from being a bum. They ain't gonna make me a millionaire though.
But they can let you know the mistakes that they made before they became a bum. You gotta turn that ring. How did that even turn? It's a ghost in here. It's a ghost
Oh,
in here.
your joint vibrating. It's
Oh, it's
ringing.
ringing? I'm like, it's
Yeah.
a ghost in here.
Yeah, so I kind of have to agree on that one.
I
Consider the source.
I
That's the
Yeah,
I'm a
how
big-
somebody gonna
big
tell
one.
me-
Just consider the source.
it's a damn hoe gonna tell you about marriage.
being faithful to your
Like,
man.
come on, man. You
Oh,
a
hey, my
hoe.
cousin on here. Hey, Dad.
A millionaire?
My
Like, come
cousin
on,
here,
man.
hey, Dad.
Like, come on. You're a bum on the street. He living on the street. Because if he knew something, he wouldn't be living on the
He need
street.
to apply it to his own life.
Right.
If he knew so much.
He said, Meek Mill said, he said, I don't want your opinion if you ain't got And that's the truth. I don't want your opinion.
But see,
You can't.
the type of person I am, I'll listen to just about anybody because you never know what somebody's been through.
That's different.
To be in that
That's
situation.
different. That's not the same.
You can't sit. How the
That's
hell
right.
is it different?
Listening to somebody
And
to take what they say and move on it. That's totally different.
listening to somebody and taking bits and pieces or taking advice from some of the things that they said. Yes, you can.
Listening to you is totally different than doing what that person said.
Okay.
I can listen to.
Prime example. And I don't even care about this because my mom talk about it all the time. My real mom had been on drugs since she was in her teens. She wasn't even 15. She said she wasn't even 15 the first time she tried. My mom is now, she'll be 60. She got 2 more years. She's been getting high longer than she's been on this earth.
Well,
She's been clean now for, it's going on 3 years. My mom's been clean.
okay.
My mom,
Hold up.
yeah, shout out to Mary May. That's my baby. But my mom has given some awesome advice as far as relationships because the thing is now she's not in a successful relationship, but some of the things that was going on with her, she was able to tell me why these things didn't work with her. Some of the mistakes that she made, her being inconsistent, her thinking that let me just put him on the back burner. It might be somebody better out here. her making these stupid mistakes, like things that she did, I was able to take advice off from that. I was able to take a lot of advice from her because not only has she been on this planet for almost 60 years, she made so many mistakes and had so many times that she fell on her face. But each time she fell on her face, and in the midst of her falling on her face, the things that she went through, the people that she seen, and the surroundings that was going on around her, she was able to tell me so much. So yes, I took a lot of advice from her. So I can't be like, well, you know what? She ain't never make it, so ain't really nothing she can tell me because she ain't never make it. You know, she didn't really have her kids, so what's she gonna tell me? No, it's a lot that she was able to tell me. And there was a lot that I was able to take from her. And even now when I talk to her and she tells me how proud she is of all of her kids, because we could have ended up a lot worse. There's a lot worse things that could have happened to us. So yeah, I can take advice from her from life experiences.
Right.
Yes, I can. I can take advice from that.
Hold up.
So
you taking her life experiences.
I'm taking from her advice.
So she telling you
but
across the street. Okay, so let me tell you this. Now, could you take her advice as far as her telling you something about because you said she was doing drugs. Mm-hmm. About like something with drugs, like what can I say?
Make it good. That's all I'm gonna say. Go ahead.
I wish you didn't use drugs. I was trying to throw you a lifeline, but you threw me off.
No, I was going to say. It didn't really matter as far as like using drugs. It's just because that's obviously what she used. But I'm just thinking like, if a person, I'm just thinking for myself now.
Good.
If a person is on drugs and they on them,
right?
You can't tell me something about like drugs. Like I don't.
What?
Like you could tell me not to do them, but you can't. Like it's hard to explain that. But as far as the drug and the drug way.
No, but one thing.
You get what he trying to say?
He probably not. He probably don't.
No, but the best advice I got about drugs was somebody who was doing drugs.
Thank you.
But that's hold up. But time out. Time out.
You.
So let me ask you this question.
That's what I'm saying.
Did you ever get advice as far as investment from a homeless person?
Hell no.
That's my point.
And I actually wouldn't even listen to him no matter what.
Why not? That person could have been on drugs. They could have actually made wise choices and could have ended up on drugs. You just never know.
How can you if you cannot produce it, then you there's no way you can give it. Like if you can't produce it yourself, why would I even want to listen to you? I mean, I'm gonna listen to you as far as not being rude. That's what I was saying about listening to you. But if you cannot produce it yourself, I'm not listening to you.
But who's to say that they wanted to produce it? My dad gave awesome financial advice. My dad not an entrepreneur. My brother, Too Much Sauce Philly, shout out to them, a successful entrepreneur. So that's what I'm saying. That's not always the case. You got to look at, and you know what? I think that's what I love about the way that I grew up, because there's so many successful people in my family from all different walks. Like there's so many people in criminal justice in my family. There's so many people, like friends that I know, who started out different type of lifestyle.
But see, but the thing about it is if I can,
they're successful. That's what I'm saying. Like it's just,
it's different when you dealing with somebody. Like for instance, your mom can give great advice about drugs because she could tell you what rules not to take. But how could you be smoking a cigarette, right, in front of your kid, and you tell your kid don't smoke cigarettes?
My stepmom did that.
But I don't need to listen to you.
She told us not to smoke, and then when she did quit, and she's been been off cigarettes now. It's been like 20 years.
But that's hard to fathom, because it's like you're smoking a cigarette right in front of me.
But
and you telling me not to do something.
Yeah, and then to also tell us the struggle of her trying to get off and her not wanting to spend money on what was that? That drugs was like $10 a pack. You know what's crazy? I remember the first time I went to, I think I was in like early 20s. The first time I went to Miami, I was like 23. And a girlfriend of mine who went with us, she said cigarettes was how much? Cigarettes was like $16 then. I said, sis, you need to go get a nigga rat patch. Like, gum, something. How much is some cigarettes down here? They was like $14, $15. I said, oh, yeah, I don't, like,
I'm sorry.
Like, is crack that much? That's crazy.
Even if Auntie sit here and tell me like, oh, okay, well, don't smoke a cigarette. I hear what you're saying, but I'm not taking you serious. What you're saying is not serious.
I listen because you never know where advice can come from. Like, you never know where awesome advice can come from at times.
Hold on, time out. You cannot take advice from just anybody. It doesn't matter what they take. It don't matter what they saying to you.
I like to listen. I like to listen. That's to say it.
You just can't take advice from anybody.
Life experiences, I like to listen. So I mean, now if I say I'm listening to people and I'm hearing what they're saying, 9 times out of 10, if it doesn't apply to what I got going on, then that doesn't mean it won't apply later on. Because listening to my mom talk about her struggles, my real mom talk about her struggles with drugs for so long, I didn't think that applied to me until a point in time where I woke up and I noticed that, dang, this person that I'm being around, who I'm thinking is a good friend of mine, who always there, like we sisters at this point in time. Soon as we wake up, we getting ready to take the kids to school, and she gave me a shot because she needed a shot, and I had to realize, like, damn, I'm getting up early in the morning, I need a shot. I've never needed that before. And I realized that I was dealing with my own addiction, and I was like, oh no, this ain't it. Like, right. my struggle wasn't drugs, but we all know alcohol can be just as bad. So
So let me ask you this question. I'm a man, and I sit here and say, man, you want to have a baby? Man, having a baby is tough. When you go into labor, and while you're in labor, it's going to be so much pain. Now, I'm a man. Right. Are you going to really listen to my advice?
Man, you might have been in that room. You might have seen what she was going through.
But come on, man. There's no way.
He might have seen what she was going through.
It's no way a man can tell you about labor.
He might. I can't.
It's no way. We talking about the pain. We talking about the pain. Only a woman. My mom always told me it's two pains that's unbearable. Labor and the toothache.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't know because I got that good epidural, so I went I went in there and I said, yeah, shoot me up, yo.
Listen, but I couldn't tell you nothing about having telling you about no more. I couldn't say anything.
I got that first shot up my back. I said, whoa, wait a minute.
I don't know about the labor pains or anything. Any contractions?
That shot up my back. I said, yeah, y'all give me the needle now, or are we waiting a few minutes? Like, what we doing this needle with my back? Because I'm not taking it back.
I mean, most women, some women do want that natural, like that.
They lost their damn mind. That one shot to my back. Lost their damn mind. Yeah, I know a lot of women who said that.
My wife did it.
I said that too when I went in the house. I was saying that too though before I felt that first pain in my back. Like this.
My wife did it. She was like, the first one she's like, get the John, and then the second one she was like, no, I don't want nothing. That shit. It was beating her up. She was, and then she was like, they tell you, they like,
you got a window.
Yeah, you got a window, and she was like, no, I need it. She was like, I need it. He was like, why you what? By the time they gave it to her, it ain't kick in. You know what I mean? It was too late. You know what I mean?
Still felt that thing.
So yeah, and even the last one, you know what I mean? Hey, they went on break. You should have got it when you supposed to.
Man,
you know what I mean? But that's what she wanted. But then once you start dealing, there's no way I can express that pain. Like I could listen when we was sitting there. I can show y'all videos. Like she got her arm up in the air. I'm like, what? Put your arm down. She like, just stop talking for a second. It's just certain pain. Like. A man would never feel that pain for 9 months and then delivering that baby.
I mean, he might. We would never. It's like let me be forward with y'all because a lot of times it don't even be that I really, really disagree with him. I just be wanting to get him riled.
Come on, man.
Listen to this.
You the truth. You just like the yelling back and forth. That's what it is.
It gotta
so
be,
you saying I'm right? I'm right 98% of the time.
Not at all. It has to be a give and take, though. I mean,
you don't be right. I'm right 98% of the time.
When, because I finished at Lincoln, and I love that. I love when we used to debate in the political studies class. So I like the debate. So I be with it. So.
Oh my God! Listen. So the truth comes out. She agreed with me, and you.
She had you on
not
the
all the time.
though, bro.
Thank you.
She had you on the broke.
She had me stuck when I was talking about the drugs.
I give the argument.
I was like, and then Rod left me. Rod said, oh, well, you lost me when you said something with the drugs.
Yeah, I was like, come on, man.
I was like, I thought I had
I
something.
was ready to swoop in and be like, yeah, and he was like, and the drugs. I'm like, nigga, like
You should have cut me off. Cut my mic off next time. Listen, I was
you had me stuck. She had us both on the ropes because of you.
I was sitting up there when I said it. I was like,
but I mean, the advisable. Like I said,
cut that one. I was thinking about it. I was like, damn, he gonna have to cut that one. I was like, damn. Even after I said it, I was like, damn, I said up here saying it. I said, big guy, I don't have no problem with it. I'm sitting up here like,
I'm thinking, I was like,
so
as you're talking, I'm like, what is he doing with this? You're killing me.
So hold on,
You're
listen.
killing me, Petey.
Listen, I don't know if you ever did this, but when you talking about something, when it's too long of a pause, so you want to just start throwing words out there because it's a pause, because now everybody is waiting for what you got to say.
Yeah.
They sitting up there like,
he said,
so you like, because
when
when the store open, and I'm just
trying
like,
to go with this.
listen,
He was
but you
saying
know
like,
what? I folded. I said, listen, and when something is stupid come out of my mouth, you know how like some people like when you get stuck on the word and you be like, what?
That's what you said. You said, I don't know. I was going with this.
Man, it's making me think a lot. You know what I mean? Like you just can't. Just forget that. Just throw that away. Listen, I do it all the time, right?
I mean, look.
Right. No,
Yeah.
I say a bunch of stuff, and I just be like, damn, that was so damn dumb. Why did I just?
I'm sitting there, I'm like, when people watch this or listen to it, they'll be like, what the hell is he talking about?
But I came back at the end and said I was retarded. Like I was retarded.
Came back and admitted it because
Yeah, nah. Listen, I was like, even as I'm saying it, I'm like, what the hell is you talking about? It was like,
I mean, but he
hold on. Wait a minute. Yeah. No, I should have been. Hold on, but this what it was.
Yeah.
Crickets.
Yeah.
I'm gonna push it next time.
What the hell is I'm talking about? Like
I'm gonna push it next time. I'm gonna push it next time. I most definitely.
I'm not dumb.
Where the cricket button is.
Yeah.
Cause I know where the womp womp's at.
Yeah.
Now since I know where the crickets is at, it's over.
It's kind of labeled. If you do that, it's labeled.
Come on, man, I ain't see that all the time.
No, he never showed me this.
Right,
Well, I
show
never
me
paid
either.
attention
It's
to
rim
it.
shot on
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So,
a book.
here.
and we can add more because you see some blank ones right there. Those are blank. Whatever can be added.
I don't think we need the gunshots.
Well, it was a request.
It was a request.
It was a request for somebody else's podcast, so that's not. We didn't have that.
Yeah. So
I mean, they pretty good. So at the end of it all, you
for
agree.
these crickets.
You agree with Brian Ra.
Nah.
You do.
Nah, not this time.
Yeah, you do.
Nah.
but no, like
I give you 40%. I give you 40. I give you 40.
But about the drugs, like I said, the best advice I got was from somebody on drugs.
Yeah.
He was like, Raheem, don't do drugs. I was like, why not? He's like, then you'll be on drugs.
Yeah, I mean,
As simple as that was, as he did a line, but as he did a line on his right here on his hand, he was not right here.
Oh,
He did it right here.
so what's up, Ra? He said, Ra.
Yes,
my man. That's my man though.
It was crazy. It's the
said-
partner he used to do it with. I know him too.
He said, Ra.
Oh no, we talking about it.
Yeah.
He said, Ra. He said,
Party. Yeah.
No, just like that. He said.
And he party hard.
He did
hard.
it right there. He was like,
Yeah, he
Raheem.
party real hard.
He was like, Raheem, don't do drugs.
He parties.
I was like, why
he
not?
parties real hard.
He's like, because then you'll be on drugs. I was like,
hold on.
The simplest, but boom. Like, it was like, wow.
He said, don't do it.
You'll be on drugs.
Right.
Yeah.
and then he got the part.
And then normally they take a shot at
afterwards, and then he was turned up. But
Yeah.
he was, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't. You know what's funny? So somebody that I know who's just like that, who knows that person, is the same way. And mind you, whole culture shock. Like they're not from where we're from, and some of the spots that they would end up, and then me and my friends meet. I'm like, what type of? I'm afraid. Like I'm scared that somebody's gonna take my wallet. Like, how are you cool in this spot? Walk in, everybody know. Like, I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, buddy. Yep.
You know some of the heaviest people out here in this city. I'm like, how do you know this person? Known everywhere. But yeah. Oh, it's about that time.
Yeah, it's about that time.
About that
This was
time.
a great podcast. Yo, for everybody watching that are friends of AJ, go ahead and like, share, subscribe.
Yes.
We haven't told y'all this. That's why I'm just saying friends of AJ. Everybody can like, share, subscribe, and, comment.
Especially
but
mine.
if you have any suggestions for any topics, go ahead, tell AJ, drop it into
put them in my DMs. Right.
Drop it in the DMs.
Drop it in the YouTube comment section. In case you didn't know, we do have a YouTube.
Yes.
Everything is No Home Thoughts.
Yeah, I mean,
Shoot you wasn't with me shooting in the gym.